Hi everyone, I'm glad that we can come together again at this moment and really look at this subject. Now, I believe you've heard or been in a position where you are like, oh, that is not my fault. This is not my fault. This thing happening has nothing to do with me. It's his fault. It's her fault. Now, I want us to look at the concept of responsibility. Responsibility. I can say 1,000 times that so many of us do not understand what this word being responsible actually means. So with the little understanding that we'll be grabbing today, we'll be able to take our concept and our thoughts and our lives to a higher dimension. Just stick around. And if you've not subscribed to this channel, just click below the subscribe button, and thank you for subscribing and liking this video. And if you have any comment to make, don't forget to leave it down on the comment box below. Now, getting back to the subject we have at hand, the subject of being responsible. Now, and I have to quickly say this, though I am not kicking against dressing or looking responsible, because we have heard this a whole lot of time. Dress responsibly, look very responsible, but I'm trying to make the point now that responsibility of being responsible is not directly proportional to your dressing. Being responsible, let me say that again, is not directly proportional. Like the measure of your responsibility, the measure of my responsibility is not directly proportional, to how I look, to the kind of dressing that I put on. Now, if that's the case, of course, you won't have robbers and thieves and corrupt positional leaders that we have today, because most of them dress very good. They dress very responsibly. So when we're talking about responsibility, it is void. Okay, it's not solely, let me not use the word void, it's not solely based on the aspect of our dressing and our looks. Now, I hope we've gotten that down. Now, secondly, I have to make this point now that, okay, the dictionary definition of the word responsibility simply means being accountable, being responsible to a particular thing or to somebody or to someone. Being accountable, I think I would choose that word, being accountable. In other words, when we find ourselves in some situations, when we come to an organization, in our business places, in our lives, in our families, when things are going south, we should not be pointing fingers and passing the blames. A wise man once said that the buck stops right on his desk. In other words, you can pass the blame to him, but one thing he has refused to do is to pass it out to another person. So when we discuss responsibility in this context, we are looking at not passing out blames to others. Even if I do not have anything to do with any situation directly, or you do not have anything to do with that particular situation directly, but because of responsibility, you look at it and I become accountable of it. So instead of saying, he is the cause, he is the reason why this is happening, I should now be saying, what should I do in this situation? What should I do in this organization to make it better? What should I do to salvage this particular circumstance? So that's the essence of responsibility. Now, let me reiterate this thing again. I am not trying to kick against dressing responsible. I am not trying to kick against dressing good and moderate and nice. But the point I'm trying to make is that we should not judge people just by their looks. We should not consider someone responsible or irresponsible just by their looks, but by the function of their reasoning and their ability to see themselves in the process of problem solving. Thank you very much, and have a very wonderful day ahead.